Okay, moving forward with cemented success. That's the housekeeping. Now we'll move forward. We've got cemented success, class number one. This is a four-part series. Class number one is sleep, snacks, and supplements, presented by Empowered Recreation. Um, so there you have it. Class number two, class three, and class four. Those will be every Thursday night. We apologize about the typo on putting Tuesday nights. I'm not available on Tuesday nights, so we'll do it on Thursday nights. Anybody that's not available, just make sure you're getting the recordings. If I'm not available to help you with that, Lana knows exactly what's going on with all of that. So just email or call in, and she can help you. I'm really trying to be very thorough. This is the first BBC. So if anybody's ever having any issues with any of this stuff, please just let us know. You're only going to help us get better. Okay, moving on. So today's quiz. How much sleep should we get nightly? Number one, how much sleep should we get nightly? Number two, how much sugar is too much for one serving and also for one day? Give you a chance to write those answers down on some scratch paper. Number three, what are 3 reasons we need sleep? Okay, 3 reasons we need the sleep. Because I know a lot of you aren't getting enough, so let's put it into perspective. Why do we need the sleep? Why is it important? Okay. And number 4 is, what is a go-to snack or meal? It's I just needed a 4th question. But hopefully you understand that, and we'll get into a little bit about snacks and how that's beneficial. Okay? So that's it for the quiz. Today we're covering sleep, snacks, and supplements. Nope, supplements is not next week, it's this week. So that's a mistake on my part. Sleep. Why we need sleep. What is enough, and how many of us are getting enough of it, and quality of sleep. Tricks to improve the quality. Okay. Oh. So why do we need sleep? Regeneration, repair, and reboot. So that's the answer to your quiz question. So regeneration is the time that our body's healing, or getting rid of waste is also part of it. We go to sleep. Our bodies if we've been working out, our bodies get a bunch of little micro tears in the muscle, and this is the time that our body goes to work and our immune system starts putting it back together. If you're not getting enough sleep, then you're not getting full recovery. That goes along with repair. Repairing all of the damage that we've done throughout the day. And then rebooting, that's resetting, going back, okay, waking up fresh. You know when you've had a good night's sleep is when you wake up fresh. You've had plenty of REM cycles, REM sleep, rapid eye movement. Those are about 5 to 9 minute time period where you're in a deep, deep sleep. And you're also lucid dreams. That's when you're heavy dreaming. That's another reason that it's important, is rebooting. Okay, what is enough, and how many of us are getting enough of it? So 7 to 9 hours. If you're an extremely active lifestyle, then you should probably be getting on the higher end of that. If you're on a sedentary lifestyle, if you're not doing much more than the boot camps, then 7 should be sufficient. Okay, but 8 hours is that sweet spot. Okay. Some people need more than others. That's what I was speaking of. The more active you are, you'll probably need more sleep. And that's on a case-by-case basis. I have a client who sleeps 2 hours or less per night, and she does just fine because she meditates often, and she says her whole family is similar. They just don't sleep very much, which is crazy to me. And that's not enough sleep by the book, but if it's working for her, it's working for her. REM sleep patterns, I touched on that earlier. Rapid eye movement. So when your body goes into about every 90 minutes, your body will go into a deep, deep, deep. It's really your brain, not your body. Deep sleep where you're getting the most out of it. If you've ever woken from a REM sleep pattern, it's when you wake up kind of delirious, unaware of what's going on, unaware of where you're at. It's the least, when you wake up grumpy, you've been in a deep sleep. And the amount of sleep also depends on the quality of sleep. So if you're sleeping on an old mattress or an old futon, I don't know if some of you, like when I was in college, I slept on a futon with a nice bar going right down the middle of it. It was perfect for my lower back. Perfect as in for messing it up. So I didn't get a lot of quality sleep, so I had to sleep very often. I would sleep on the couch. Sleeping on the couch is not very good quality sleep. If your pillows, if you've got bed bugs, if there's issues, your quality of sleep's going to go down. Then you'll need more sleep just to make up in volume. Okay, pretty elementary. I think most people get that. The quality of sleep depends on the quality of bed. If you're able to sleep straight throughout the night, I know some people wake up in the night and they feel like they need a snack. That doesn't happen often to me, but I know people close to me that it does, where it's like they got to have some chips in the middle of the night. And then they wonder why they have weight issues. So not eating directly before or during the night. So a good rule of thumb, or a good amount of time before you should go to sleep, is about 3 hours. So if you're going to be asleep at 9 p.m., you should be eating dinner around 6. If you're going to be asleep by midnight, you should be eating something no later than 9 p.m. So you're good and empty as you go to sleep. Then your body has that full 10, 11 hours of fast. You wake up while you've been asleep, then you wake up and get that metabolism start with your breakfast. Limiting caffeine will also affect the quality of sleep. So I don't know if some of you do coffee. I do Spark. If I've had Spark too late in the evening, I'm going to have a hard time getting to sleep, and the quality of sleep's not going to be as high as it should be. Stress levels. So if you're tossing and turning and worrying about tomorrow's problems or yesterday's problems, your sleep's not going to be as good, and you'll need more of it. Pretty self-explanatory. So tricks to improve your patterns. You've got breathing techniques, meaning breathing in for a 10 count, nice and steady, like, and then out. Yeah. Hopefully some of you are laughing, because I think that's pretty funny. I'm sitting here in my office by myself teaching breathing techniques to a computer. But I know you'll get the message later. If you'd like any books, I've got a couple of books on meditation. You can certainly check them out from me. I believe in strongly. I think it keeps me balanced. It keeps me sleeping well. Hot tea. So hot tea before bed will help, because that nice warm feeling, that comfort feeling. But you don't want to overdo it, and you don't want to do the caffeine. If you overdo the hot tea, then you'll be waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, which isn't very convenient, and it's not going to improve your quality of sleep. And definitely no caffeine, as we spoke about earlier. Limiting alcohol, that's pretty obvious. When you're drinking, you're going to make more poor decisions, as well as it's going to affect your sleep. You're not going to be able to get into that deep sleep pattern because you're still going to be drunk. Contrary to popular belief, sleeping does not limit the amount of drunkenness that you are, or the amount of blood alcohol that you have. It's only time that's going to change that. Limiting caffeine, we've talked about. Bedtime, wake-up time. So right there, a way to improve your pattern is going to bed at the same time every night, hopefully before 11. I know a lot of you stay up too late. And then waking up at the same time. And that goes even for weekends. A lot of people have a hard time on Mondays and Tuesdays because they stayed up late on Saturday night and woke up late on Sunday morning. Well, then you've started a little pattern where if you just go to bed at that nice 10:30 every night and you're up by 6 or 6:30, you're getting your 8 hours, and that's regular. Then even if a Saturday rolls around and you give it like maybe an extra hour later and an hour earlier, it's not such a drastic change to Monday, Tuesday when you've got to get to work. Regular exercise will improve your sleep techniques. Being active, we say 3 to 5 days per week with 20 to 40 minutes of moderate to vigorous activity. All of our classes tend to be moderate to vigorous, and that will help improve your sleep. Okay? No sleeping pills. I'm pretty anti-chemicals and modern medicine that's helping you sleep. I don't want to become reliant on sleeping pills, and that's why I teach people, or I coach people up on not necessarily trying to rely on sleeping pills. Okay, moving forward. Snacks. We've got sugar, fat, and salt. How much is too much? So we'll get back to that quiz question. Latest news on sugar having warning labels, and carb overload versus protein deficiency. Okay. Hopefully this will be the stuff that Chelsea's helped a lot of you with Your Best Body. Seattle, Chelsea Bobchek's been our nutritionist that's supporting us on this challenge. She's hopefully shared a lot of great ideas with all of you. I know that she has, just from the feedback I've gotten. I know she does a great job, and that's why we brought her in. And we can get some more of these going at the grocery store tour. Okay, moving on. So what I learned from Dr. Mark, sugar, fat, and salt, what I learned from Dr. Mark. Ghrelin levels, okay? So ghrelin levels are, ghrelin is a, what's it called? Ghrelin is released from the brain. I'm drawing a blank what it's called. It's a hormone, I believe. Anyway, take it for what it's worth. It's released when you're getting enough protein. So if you're getting too much carbs and not enough protein, your ghrelin levels are going to be high. And then that's going to be what's telling you you're hungry. Ghrelin levels telling you you're hungry. So when it's balanced, when you have 1-to-1 with carb and protein, it's balanced, then your ghrelin levels stay nice and low and steady. You'll get hungry and then it'll go down. You'll get hungry and you'll eat and it will go back down to normal. You'll get hungry and it'll eat and it'll go back down to normal. Rather than if you're overloading on carbs, it just keeps skyrocketing. And that's what ghrelin is. I encourage you to look up the word ghrelin and check out what ghrelin levels are. It's interesting stuff to find out, especially on a challenge like this where you're really trying to figure out how to eat healthy for the rest of your life. How sugar, fat, and salt are a deadly combination. Releases chemicals into the brain when you eat those three things together, like a McDonald's fry. It's pretty undeniable. Your brain attracts it like a cocaine addiction or some other kind of addiction that you just can't say no. If you would like an example of this, I always bring up when somebody goes and buys McDonald's and you're sitting there in the drive-thru and you can't even drive off without hitting a fry, without taking a fry to the mouth. You can't even pass the bag without eating somebody's fries. It's that, oh, I've got to have it. You can smell it. It's hot. You know what's coming, the sugar, fat, and salt. And then as soon as you have one, you've got to have more. Maybe you haven't even finished the one that's in your mouth before you're reaching for the next one to make sure that that's full. That's an example of how it's a chemical issue. That's how it's a deadly combination. You better believe that the scientists know very well how strong that, how powerful that addiction is, and they're doing their best to maximize that so that they can sell more food. And that's kind of scary when you think about it. They're paying our best scientists, excuse me, they're paying our best scientists out of school to find ways to make us want their food better. You know, like the Pepsis of the world and the McDonald's of the world. The big companies with all the money pay the top scientists how to figure out how to make their food more attractive to us. Kind of scary. Sugar and soda. You wouldn't eat 22 packs of sugar, so why are you drinking them? It's kind of gross when you think about it. We've done some posts on Facebook with the amount of sugar in each of the drinks, and it's really disturbing when you think about it. So, moving forward, how much is too much? Answering those quiz questions. 16 grams per serving, but I have a feeling when you're as spoiled as we are, it must be less, like recovering from an addiction. So 16 grams per serving. If you think about it, or if you do the math, the big Gatorades or Powerades will have 55 grams in each bottle. The servings will say something like 22 or 20, and then there will be 2.5 servings per bottle. 40 grams per day is enough. It's just not very much sugar, and we're getting way more than that in the average American diet. So just some things to be aware of. Okay. Warning labels. So OMG, they're going to have to put warning labels on sugar packed in foods. This is the point where if it's a live presentation, I'd like to open up a discussion about addiction and healthy snack options. Think about that. Like, how will it change if there's warning labels on every Nutrageous or Reese's Peanut Butter Cup? I think that it will have a similar effect to what it's had on cigarettes. It's not going to stop the average smoker or the normal smoker. However, it might deter the person who's maybe not so sold on sugar. They're going to make a little bit wiser decision, more informed decision. And hopefully it gets some of the people that are stuck on sugar to realize what the issue is and back off as well. So opening up the discussion about healthy snack options, I just wanted to go over this list that Chelsea gave everybody. We'll go proteins, carbs, and then I'll talk a little bit about healthy fats as well. If you see on the paper, she's got tunas, she's got beef jerkies, turkey jerkies. She does have some packaged meats here, which I'm not a huge fan of, but you know what? She knows a lot more about nutrition than I do. And they're organics, so that's even better choice. You've got grilled chicken breast strips from Foster Farms. I'm always careful when I buy frozen foods not to get like the rib meat. I only like to eat the white breast meat, so that's something to be aware of as well. There's a little bit more fat in the dark meats of chicken breasts. Turkey meatballs, frozen. The turkey burgers, lean with white meat. Tilapia loins, the sockeye salmon, all those are the frozen proteins. And then some dairy proteins are the Gobani Greek yogurt. Yes, there are other brands. However, I have not found one that beats Gobani as far as the ratio of carbs to proteins. She's got the Dairy Gold cottage cheese. She's got the light string cheese, the Baby Bells, the little cheese balls, cheese wheels. Then for carb list, she's got Dave's Killer Bread. I know that the best place around here to buy Dave's Killer Bread is at Costco. They've got a little bit better deal than any of the other grocery stores. She's got those sandwich thins. Those are awesome. I like making a nice tuna sandwich, little tuna melt on one of those sandwich thins. Then there's the tortillas have really come a long ways too. You can find tortillas high in fiber, and that's a good carb, so that's a negative carb. So it's not going to be so dramatic to eat that and have not that perfect 1-to-1 ratio, because most of the carbs are going to come from fiber, but you do have to search. So we'll take a good look at that at the grocery store as well. Kashi Goleen, again, you want to look at check the labels. Some of the Kashi is better than the other. Quaker oats, those are the ones that you have to make yourself, not the instant oats. And then shredded oats. And again, she's got a certain brand here, Barbara's, which probably has a better ratio than most regular cereals. Snack foods, crackers, pretzels, popcorn. Um, OK Mac, the whole wheat. With the popcorn, she's got Newman's Own light butter, no trans fat. A lot of labels say no trans fat, but that doesn't mean much because there could still be other fats in it. Peanut butter filled pretzels. Now that sounds like an awful treat, but I don't think Chelsea would give you that if it wasn't a good one. Okay, popped chips, the little sea salt potato chips, salt and pepper potato chips. Small packages, so that helps keep the calorie count down. Okay, so that's carbs, proteins. Let me talk a little bit about fats. You've got the healthy fats in the Adams peanut butter, nut and seed butters. Definitely compare labels when you're checking out peanut butters. The Adams 100% natural is less processed than, say, your Jif or Skippy. The whole nuts, she's got almonds here, pecans, peanuts, okay, your olive oils, your olives, your peanut oil, sunflower seeds, all natural. Okay, there's a lot of sodium in the salted sunflower seeds, but it's better than some of the other snacks that you could be getting. And miscellaneous fats are avocados, Benecol, and mayo with olive oil. Okay, I always keep those to a minimum. I do eat a lot of avocado myself. But those are options for snacks, options for food, healthy options. So a lot of people come to me with breakfast. They're like, I don't eat breakfast, and it's hard for me to eat breakfast. I don't know what to eat in the morning. I don't have time to eat in the morning. One thing to do, what I always say is, well, you can prepare it the night before. So that would mean hard-boiled some eggs. That might mean preparing your tuna so that you can eat it with your toast in the morning. Or one thing that I like to take is one of those wheat thins, or not wheat thins, but like the thin sandwich buns, and put a fried egg and a tomato and avocado, and just pepper it a little bit for some flavoring, and that's an awesome breakfast. 2 of those, and I'm good to go till my snack time. And then you've also always got the meal replacement shakes from Advocare are awesome. There are other brands that are good as well. But if you're in a pinch and you need to figure out what to do for breakfast, those are great options, and there's no reason you can't do that. Okay? So that's the open discussion about addiction and healthy snack options. We don't want to just take our bad snacks away. I don't want to just say stop eating Snickers, but I do want to replace them with, okay, stop eating nothing for breakfast, start eating this little egg sandwich, or stop eating, like your Burger King, and start eating a meal replacement shake, or having a go-to snack like a Tuna Creations or something like that. Always having a go-to. So this is another quiz question. What's a go-to? Go-to just means what is the healthiest option. If you find yourself in a pinch where you've neglected to prepare properly, what is your one thing that you know you like that's healthy, that's somewhat healthy, even the healthiest option that you can find at the time? So maybe it's, I eat Subway sometimes, maybe, but maybe for you it would be, okay, I know I can go get a Subway sandwich on wheat bread, low fat, low calorie, and that can be my go-to. Rather than finding yourself in the drive-thru at Jack in the Box and ordering, 2 Jumbo Jacks and some curly fries, or I don't know what you would eat, but I know I'm much better off going to my go-to than if I just can't even think straight without eating, and I find myself in a drive-thru like Burger King or Jack in the Box. Waiting till it's too late is usually the reason that I find myself in that predicament. Keeping tuna packs, raw nuts, raw veggies, and low-fat cheese sticks. You'll always find those are easy things to keep around, easy things to have, and they can carry you over until you get to where you've have something prepared. Okay? Supplements. We need them to fill in our macronutrients as well as our micronutrients. You've got to consider it. Yes, they're expensive, and yeah, who can just afford to spend $200, $300, $500 a month on supplements? I know, I understand. However, I view it as my investment in my body. My body's more important to me than my car or my clothes or my haircut. My body's very important to me. I can't do much without it, and I'm a much better person when I'm in tip-top shape. So I see it as an investment in overall me versus, oh my gosh, I can't come up with that kind of money. There's a lot of things that I can cut out that I don't need, that I don't necessarily require, that if I put that money into my body, it will make everything else better. There's no way I'm taking that. That's referring to supplements that you could go get at Super Supplements or a GNC. I like to tell a story about a client of mine actually, who bought some stuff from a store. I won't say which one. And he just listened to the guy behind the counter. The guy behind the counter said, "You need this." So he took it, and he was doing really well with his weight loss. And then about 2 weeks into it, he had he passed out at work, had a minor heart attack. We're talking about a man under 30 years old. Minor heart attack, ends up in the emergency room, $30,000 in bills, has to file for, Title IX, all because he was taking the wrong supplements. There's no way in the world that you should be taking the wrong supplements. You can always ask me as somebody who studies this, and I'll look up and I'll find out what the best stuff for you to take is. And that's if you're not going to take Advocare or even ProGrade. Those are both GMP certified, meaning good manufacturing product. They pay a lot of money for a third-party creditor to verify that what's in the bottle is in the bottle. What they say is in the bottle is in the bottle. So if you're in doubt, don't just take it, okay? Your multivitamin, you should feel a difference. If you're taking something, you should notice a good positive difference. If you're just taking it and you don't notice a difference, then there's probably something wrong with that. Or if it's an extreme, like a diet fat burning pill, you'll feel a negative difference and steer clear of that. Okay? We don't have too much problem with the people in here doing that, but it is something I like to warn people of. And of course, always do your homework if you're skeptical. What would a smart person do? What would be the smartest person that you know? What would they do if they had that question? Would they do their research? Would they Google it? Would they wiki it? Would they check it out as many different areas as they could? The answer is yes. So make yourself a student of nutrition. Make yourself a student of supplements. We're all in this for the long haul. We all want to live as long and healthy a life as possible. So getting this knowledge now is not a bad idea. It's only going to benefit you in the long run. Okay? So your homework is to keep food tracking, study any supplements that you're interested in. If you have any questions, please bring them to me. I wanted to make a quick offer. I don't want to be salesy, but we are doing a challenge coming up middle of April. And so I wanted everybody that's on the BBC to know that they're entitled to a 24-day challenge supplement package, and I will pay for it. I won't pay for it. You'll pay me, but at the low cost of only $145. It actually costs us exactly $142.65 per challenge. That's for it to get shipped here. Of course, you're not required to join the 24-day challenge, but you can enter that 24-day challenge, which will have its own prizes beyond the BBC prizes. They are not entitled to the BBC, but BBC can do the 24-day challenge if they order the supplements. Dates for this challenge are April 22nd through May 15th. Again, you will be eligible for the prizes in that challenge, and it will dramatically increase your results for the BBC. I know I was talking with one of the competitors for BBC, and he was like, "I can't wait to get some of these supplements because it's just going to boost how I do in the BBC." And I was like, "Yeah, that's a really good idea." And since then, I've been thinking about it, and I was like, I just want everybody to have the opportunity who's already paid a little bit of money for the BBC to, and not a little bit, I don't mean that, but I want them to have the opportunity to get these supplements and really maximize what they're doing with their transition, with their transformation over these 10 weeks. Maximize it with these supplements that I believe in. I truly believe in Advocare. I spend a lot of money myself on Advocare every month, and so I just want all of my people to get that experience and get those great results. And I know that this will help. The awards ceremony, I found a way. I'm going to do the awards ceremony for both challenges. The Advocare 24-Day Challenge and the BBC will be held on June 1st. Location and time are TBD, or TBA, to be announced, to be determined. I'm thinking at the bowling alley, though. Do something fun at the bowling alley. Okay, so that's your challenge, or that's cemented success for week number 2. Again, I'm going to do we've got the potluck coming up next Saturday. We've got the grocery store tour this Saturday. At the potluck, I'm going to go back over the presentation that I did last week, because I know there was some people that missed it, and as well as there was some slides that everybody couldn't see. Everybody couldn't see my presentation after a certain point, so kind of a big mess. But it's going better now, and I really appreciate everybody that's doing this. It's going to be a lot of fun seeing the results at the end. Best of luck. Again, you can email me any questions. I'll make sure I answer them tonight. I'll only be at this charity event till about 9:30. I'll just get on my email and answer any questions you have. Okay? Signing off, Kenny Mack, Empowered Recreation. Have a great day.